to Cognitia Podcast.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cognitia Podcast. Every week we get together to talk about the latest happenings, bust some myths, discuss new concepts and a lot more from the world of emerging digital technologies. From cloud computing to DevOps, containers to ChatGPT and project management to IT service management. We cover a little bit of everything week after week to inspire our listeners to learn something new, sharpen their skills, and move ahead in their careers. We are back after a short break with fresh new ideas for the podcast, and we promise to make it exciting new season. In today's episode, we talk about disruptive innovations. The theory of disruptive innovation was introduced in 1995. Since then, it has proved to be a powerful way of thinking about innovation-driven growth. From Intel to Salesforce, disruptive innovations have been highly regarded, and the theory is a guiding star for all individuals and organizations who want to do something cutting edge. Fast forward to 2024, the disruption theory is threatened to become a victim of its own success. The theory, as experts opine, has been widely misunderstood as its fundamentals are frequently misapplied, often quite grossly. Moreover, for a principle to be relevant in this rapidly evolving world of ours, must change and be updated with time, but any changes that have happened in the theory has been largely overshadowed by its popularity. Everybody is out to disrupt without understanding what disruption truly is and what are the basics of causing a disruption. Often, when one says disruption, they actually mean innovation, though the two can't quite be used interchangeably. And then some people go a step further and use the term disruptive innovation, which is even more confusing and is so broad a usage that it is hard to understand what they are trying to imply. So, what really is disruption? And what is this theory of disruption, you ask? Have you ever witnessed a new technology or product completely open an established industry? That's a disruption in action. It's the exciting phenomenon when an unexpected player enters a market not by going head-to-head with the big guys but by offering a simpler, more accessible solution that resonates with a whole new customer base. The theory of disruption, popularized by Harvard Business School professor Clayton Christensen, delves deeper into the fascinating phenomenon. It argues that established companies often become complacent, focusing on perfecting their products for their existing high-end customers. This creates an opening for disruptors. These newcomers don't necessarily boast the most advanced technology, but they target the needs of customers who have been overlooked or undeserved by the existing players. With disruption, simplicity and affordability trump complexity and high cost, paving the way for a whole new way of doing things. The theory offers a compelling framework for understanding how seemingly insignificant innovations can snowball into industry-shaking revolutions. Professor Clayton Christensen would likely tip his hat to the tech titans who dared to challenge the status quo. Take the music industry for instance. Remember the clunky days of lugging around CDs or shelling out for overpriced albums? Enter Napster, a disruptive force that offers a free, peer-to-peer music sharing platform. While the legality was murky, Napster's simplicity and accessibility resonated with millions, ultimately forcing the music industry to adapt and embrace digital disruption models like iTunes and Spotify. Another prime example of disruption is the rise of smartphones. Remember the bulky feature-limited phones of the past? Apple's iPhone, with its intuitive touchscreen interface and user-friendly app store, redefined the mobile phone experience. It targeted a broader customer base, not just business executives, with its focus on ease of use and everyday functionality. This focus on a wider audience, coupled with a simpler user experience, is a hallmark of disruptive innovation, and the success of the iPhone speaks volumes about its disruptive power. These are just a few examples of how tech upstarts have reshaped entire industries by offering simpler, more accessible solutions, testament to the enduring power of disruptive innovation. While Clayton Christensen's theory of disruption sparked a revolution in understanding innovation, its applicability in today's fast-paced tech landscape is being hotly debated. Critics argue that the theory's focus on low-end disruption, where simpler solutions appeal to a new market segment, overlooks the increasingly complexity of modern innovation. Disruptive technologies today are often intricate and multifaceted, requiring significant resources and expertise to develop. Take artificial intelligence for example. It's hardly a low-end solution, yet it has potential to disrupt numerous industries. This disconnect between the theory's core tenets and the realities of modern tech innovations cast doubt on its ability to fully explain the current wave of disruptive change. Moreover, the term disruption itself has become somewhat of a buzzword, thrown around to describe any new technology or business model. The overuse and misuse dilute the term's original meaning. Not every innovation is inherently disruptive. A minor improvement on an existing product doesn't qualify as a disruption, or if it doesn't fundamentally alter the market or customer behavior. The true essence of disruption lies in its ability to create entirely new markets and render established players obsolete. Without a clear distinction between incremental change and disruptive innovation, the term loses its power to illuminate the more transformative trends shaping our world. The theory of disruption may be facing challenges, but it doesn't have to become a relic of the past. To stay relevant, the theory can evolve to encompass the complexities of modern innovation. Instead of solely focusing on low-end disruption, the theory could be expanded to consider high-end disruption as well. This would acknowledge the advancements in areas like artificial intelligence, while requiring significant resources, can still disrupt established industries by offering superior performance or entirely new functionalities. Additionally, the theory could benefit from a more nuanced definition of disruption itself. A tiered system might be helpful, differentiating between truly market-altering innovations and incremental innovations. For those seeking to achieve genuine disruption, the core principles remain valuable. Understanding customer needs, both served and underserved, is crucial. Disruptors shouldn't simply mimic existing products, they should offer a fundamentally different value proposition. Challenging the status quo require a bold vision and a willingness to embrace unconventional approaches. Disruption isn't about flashy gimmicks or short-term gains. It's about creating lasting change and reshaping entire industries. By staying true to these core principles and adapting to the evolving landscape of innovation, the theory of disruption can continue to be a powerful tool for understanding and navigating the ever-changing business world. So listeners, we ask you, what is your idea of disruption? Who according to you would be a true disruptor? Which company do you think has truly disrupted its industry and been quite the maverick? Some food for thought, isn't it? We leave you to meditate on those thoughts for today, as this brings us to the end of this week's podcast. We'll be back again next week with another exciting new episode of the Cognitia podcast. Feels good to be back, and we can't wait to share all the amazing episodes we are going to have in the coming weeks. So keep listening. Thank you for tuning in today. Until next week then, happy learning.